timing is very important. You want to make sure that you would always want to make sure that you're absolutely in the moment as we do these things. Let's see what happened here. So I just had to take that off. But anyway, having said that, let's start with 3 heart opening breaths. So palms in front of the abdomen. Let's come down into a squat. So inhale, slowly come up. So we're starting to stretch the body all the way through the buttocks, the thighs. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then exhale, lower yourself into that squat again. So through the nose, let's inhale. Always inhale through the nose. The nose is your first line of defense for your immune system, and exhale, slowly come out of this. Again, through the nose, inhale. There's tiny little hairs that help filter out the impurities in the air for you. And exhale, let's hinge at the hip and just feel the back of the legs here. So we try not to curve the back. We keep the back straight. Just let the weight of the body pull in the back of the legs. So now we breathe into it. So when we inhale, the body expands. When we exhale, we just relax a little bit more into that stretch for the back of the legs. 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it? Should feel good to you. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Now to come up, just bend your knees and then pivot up and then straighten the knees so you take the pressure off the back. Okay, if anything doesn't feel good to you, you're overdoing it. So you want to, all through this, if you have any knee problems when we're going up and down, just don't go down so much, okay? Just a little bit or not at all if that's the case. Make it work for you, okay? You don't have to do everything. The fact that you're here, you already got the A for showing up. So that's you're a star student already. All right, we're going to just go right into balance the plate. So let's step forward with the right foot and then put the palms out. Take the left palm, put it behind you. Now this is part of the 4th form, the 4th and 5th form, this warm up we're doing. But we just cut it in half. Instead of 4 circles, 4 breaths, it's 2 circles, 2 breaths. First circle is underneath the arm. Keep the palm facing the sky. Circle the palm underneath the arm and push to the side. Now is the palm always facing the sky? Just about. So we bring it over the head, trying to face the palm upwards. So the palm is always facing upwards as you come around. And then we return. So we do everything with the breath. So inhale initiates the move and exhale concludes. Inhale initiates and exhale concludes. So we're going up and down with our legs too. So inhale, we rise, and the exhale, we squat. Inhale, we rise, and exhale, we squat. So those are the basic principles throughout this class. So inhale, we rise, and then exhale, we squat. Hip goes one way. Inhale, gyrate the hip, and we rise. And exhale, we squat. So inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. Let's do this last one in silence. Okay, inhale, bring the foot back, and exhale. Let's go to the other side. Now let's practice stepping off to the other side. So come into a squat. This is our starting position. So when you inhale, straighten the right leg and then free up the left leg. So you take a half step or a full step out to the left, and the palm is face up, and we're into the squat. So you take this other palm, put it face up behind you. So we're into a squat. So inhale, we rise as you pull the palm in towards the chest, elbow and shoulder up. You feel a stretch through your side, circle the palm pointing to the side. Now exhale, push to the side, and then the hip goes the opposite way, and you'll feel pressure here, which is good. So gyrate the hip as you inhale, we rise. As you exhale, you complete the circle, and we squat. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, circle the hip, and exhale completes the circle. So inhale, straighten the knees, and exhale, bend the knees. Inhale over the head, straighten the knees, and exhale, squat. So inhale and exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. One more in silence. Okay, so inhale, bring the foot back, and exhale. So I know, yes, there's a lot to think about in doing this form, but that's the whole idea. You have no choice but to bring the mind into the body. And it's actually the ideal choice. You do have a choice at all times, but it's the ideal choice to be present with what you're doing. And this helps you be present. And that is so relaxing for the entire system when we do a mind-body type of exercise just like this. So now let's do both feet at the same time. So we're into a squat. So we straighten the left leg and take a half step to the right on the inhale. When we exhale, we squat and lean over to the right. Then inhale, straighten the right leg and take a half step to the left. And exhale, we end into a squat and both palms are out. Now this is how we'll start the fifth form when we get to it. But for the warm-up, we're just going to cut that in half, 2 circles, 2 breaths. And it's the last 2 of the fifth form. So inhale, we rise, pull the palms in towards the chest, straighten the legs. You're stretching through the legs when you do this, and you feel your middle part of your back. As you stretch, point to the side, and exhale, we squat and stretch. Now you're stretching through the biceps. So inhale, we crisscross over the head. Do your best to keep those palms facing the sky. As you stretch through the abdomen, you lift your elbows up, yeah, and then exhale, we complete the circle as we come back down into this squatting position. So notice how in the mirror, my shoulders are over the hips. So I'm not bending forward like this. I'm just coming straight down as far as I can go. And if it hurts your knees, don't come down too far. So inhale and exhale, stretch, feel the bicep. Inhale all the way over, feel the abdomen. And exhale, you have to lift your arms up high to feel the abdomen, right? So you're stretching through the mid portion of your body. So inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. So the first circle, you inhale, we lift up, stretch through the abdomen, and exhale, we squat. Then inhale, we rise again, stretching through the abdomen. And exhale, we squat. Let's do 2 more times. Breath only. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhale. Last set will be in silence. Okay, let's bring the feet back. Now, the way we do this, we're going to bring the right foot in first. So we straighten the left leg as you inhale, lean over to the left, and the right foot just comes in. When you exhale, we lean over to the right and squat. In other words, bend that right knee. And then inhale, straighten the right leg, let the left foot slide in, and exhale, we squat. Okay, that was the warm-up portion. Now we're going to begin the form, but let's first take a sip of water. You're always welcome to join me. I like to drink little bits of water throughout the class, if I remember. A lot of times I get so excited and so into what I'm doing that sometimes I have to watch Julie taking a sip of water so I remember. All right, now, feet are really starting to come close together when we start here. As long as your knees can be straight and they're comfortable. And it is a challenge to the balance just to stand like this. But when you're standing, then you take the break out of the knees. In other words, you don't squat too much, just unbreak the knees so they're not locked. Palms are in front of the abdomen. And the first form is inhale, we straighten the knees, reach out to the side. And then when you get to the side, we exhale and we kind of squat now. Now we come down into the squat, so we just sink straight down. So the shoulders should be over the hips should be over the ankles here. So we roll the palms up as we inhale. You feel a stretch through your back as you're rolling it up. And then lifting up, we bring the palms together. When we exhale, we Just pull the fingertips till they come just below the chin and the body sinks into this squat again. Now we straighten the legs as we inhale. So we inhale, we straighten the legs, lift the abdomen up, and then exhale, the palms float down. And now that was the warm up. Now let's try it a little, well, actually, that's the first form. So let's go right into the second form from here. So we're going to straighten the left leg. As you inhale, bring the left foot out about 1 foot, 45 degrees, and exhale, settle in. And now this time the palm is face down towards the inside of your knee. And the second form, we just gyrate the hip. Now we have a stiff arm pulling up in the fingers. So we inhale, we gyrate the hip, straighten the knees in the middle of the circle. On the exhale, we start coming back down again into the squat as we complete the circle. Now we bring this foot back as we inhale, abdomen extends, and exhale, abdomen contracts. I can't help myself but teach the intestine exercises we do this. So when I say abdomen extend, you just push the belly out. When I say tuck it in, you tuck it in. If that's too difficult, don't ignore that for right now. As time goes on, you'll be able to do that. And it's a wonderful exercise. And again, another mind-body experience, because that's one more thing we have to do. Okay, now let's go to the other side. So we're into the squat. We straighten the right leg as you inhale. Bring this left foot up, and then exhale, sink down into the squat. And the palm is face down, arm is stiff. Now we just gyrate the hip. As you inhale, just move the hip around. The arm follows the rotation. We're rising on the middle of the circle. As we exhale, we're coming back down into this squat. In other words, we're bending the knees and just sinking. And that completes that side. So inhale, we rise, straighten the right leg. The left foot comes in. And exhale, we squat. Now we're ready for the third form. And that's balance. I call it carry the ball from side to side, because we're just throwing our arms from side to side. And notice how my palms are face up when they're in the inside of my section. So I'm just extending the outside arm when I do this. So we're just going back and forth like this, but with the breath and with the movement. So here, let's put this into action. So we're going to bring the ball over to the right first, straighten the right leg, and then exhale, bend the right knee. So all the weight is on the right leg, or most of it, and the other foot's there for support. So if you just have to lean into it, that's fine. You don't have to put your foot all the way behind like me if you're unable to. Now we inhale, we bring the ball over to the left and straighten the legs, and then on the exhale, we squat and bring it back over to the right. Remember, when we inhale, we rise, exhale, we squat. Now we're done with this side. So inhale, lower the ball, we rise, bring the feet together, and then exhale, we squat. Now the other side. So inhale, we rise, carry the ball over to the left, and then exhale, we put all our weight onto one leg as we squat on one leg. Oh yeah. Then inhale, we rise as we bring the ball over to the right, and when we exhale, we squat as we return the ball back to the left. Now lower the ball, we rise as we inhale, and exhale, we squat. Now how was that? We're starting to get this now, right? Yeah. So the fourth form is just like we did in the warm-up, but we're adding it'll be 4 circles, 4 breaths. Everything's a circle and a breath, and we're into the squat. We start off just like we did in the second form, stepping off to the right, 45 degrees. So we lean over to the left and straighten the left leg as you inhale. Bring this right foot up, stepping out 45, and exhale, settle in. Now this time with the palm face up into the squat. Now the first circle's behind the back. So we inhale, bring the palm around behind us, then rotate the arm all the way around. As you exhale, squat and reach behind you with the palm face up. Doing our best to keep the palm face up from this point on. We inhale, we rise, straighten the legs, come underneath the arm, bend the wrist, point the fingers to the front, And exhale, we squat as we reach and stretch to the front. You feel a stretch in the lower back? Keep your back straight, you will. Then inhale, we rise as you straighten the legs, pull a palm. This is circle number 3, underneath the arm, just like the warm-up. Circle a palm, point the fingers to the right. As you exhale, the hip goes one way, the arm the other. And you feel a nice little pressure on the hip here. Now, when we inhale, we rise, straighten the legs as we circle over the head, and exhale, we squat to complete all 4 circles and 4 breaths on the 4th form, the right side. Now, let's bring this foot back. As we inhale, you have to straighten the left leg. The right foot slides right in, and exhale, we squat. Now ready to do the left side. So inhale, straighten the right leg, stepping off to the left with the palm face up. We exhale and settle in. Palm is towards the inside of the knee. So first circle is inhale, we rise, bring the palm around behind us, circle the arm all the way around. It's a wonderful stretch through the body. This is dynamic stretching. And exhale, reach and stretch behind you. Oh, what a good stretch. That's number 2. Number 3 that's number 1. Number 2 is underneath the arm. As you inhale, stretch, and exhale, push to the front and sink. Now 3 and 4, just like we did in the warm-up. So inhale, we rise, come underneath the arm, straighten the legs, circle a palm, point to the left, hip goes to the right. As you exhale and stretch, feel the impact on your right hip. Now gyrate the hip. As you inhale, we rise, and exhale, we squat. Doing our best to keep the palm facing upwards. In this way, it'll rotate the wrist, the elbow, the knee, the shoulder, the hip, the knee, and the ankle. Now we're going to bring this foot back. As we inhale, straighten the right leg. The foot just comes back naturally. And exhale, we squat. All right. Now, the 5th form, half step to the right. So we're in this squat. So you're going to straighten the left leg as you inhale, take a half step to the right. And exhale, we squat and put all the weight down into that right side. And we inhale, we straighten the right leg, take a half step to the left, palm face up. We exhale, we sink into the squat. Now we're in position. So the first one circles behind the back. So inhale, we open the chest, straighten the legs, circle the palms all the way around, and exhale, we squat. Now from this point on, we're doing our best to keep the palms facing upwards. So inhale, we rise, drag those arms underneath the palms underneath the armpit, bend the wrists so you can circle the palms, pointing the fingers to the front, and then exhale, we squat and reach to the front into this nice stretch. Now, the third one, like we did in the warm-up, underneath the arms. As you inhale, we rise, come underneath the arms, and exhale, push to the side and stretch. Number 4 will be over the head. So inhale, we rise, stretching through the midsection, and exhale, we squat. What a nice stretch that is. Stretching is so good for the body. Now we're going to come back to standing position. So lean over to the left and straighten the left leg as you inhale. Bring the right foot half step in and exhale. Sink down into the right, bend the knee. Then bring the left foot in as you inhale, straighten the right leg. Let the left foot drop in and exhale, we squat. And there we are. 6th form, called Creating a Brighter World, is your homework assignment should you choose to accept the assignment. And that's just to push the belly out and tuck it in 3-4 minutes every day, or even better, do that while you do the form. So when you inhale, push the belly out. When you exhale, tuck the belly in. Practice that. It's a great way to do the form. And just one more dimension to the forms that is so good for your digestive system, for firming and toning your abdominal muscles, as well as improving the circulation throughout your whole body. So we're into the squat. So we inhale, we straighten the knees, put the thumbs on the belly button. When you exhale, we squat and make a triangle for position as we're ready to go now. So inhale, we push the belly up and down. And exhale, we tuck it in, give it a good squeeze all the way to the backbone. Now that takes us to the seventh form called dragon looks up to the sky. So we inhale, we rise, pinch the first three fingers together, flay the other two, bring the fingers by your eyes. And now when you exhale, we sink and put the back of our hands to our kidneys, our lower back. So when we inhale, we rise and drag those knuckles up the rib cage to kind of massage the muscles around your ribs. Now, when you exhale, we squat as you fold the elbows over the fingers. Now, here's where the dragon looks up to the sky, the conclusion to this form. So we inhale, we squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chin up to stretch the thyroid in your neck. That helps impact the hormones. And now when we exhale, we relax into the squat, let the palms just simply float down. Which brings us to the eighth and final form called raising the power. So when we inhale, we rise and gather Earth's energy into our palms, straighten the legs, pull it into our body. When we exhale, we condense it into our lower abdomen, 2 inches below the belly button, 2 inches deep. This area is known as our second chakra, a key energy center in the body. Now to conclude, we inhale, we rise. We're going to acknowledge all this wonderful energy that's inside of us and all around us. When we exhale, we bow to stretch the back of our legs, keep the back straight. And then when you inhale for one more breath, we expand the body. When you exhale, you relax a little more deeply into that stretch, primarily for the back of the legs. Now when you inhale, slowly come up. I like to keep my legs straight, but if you need to, you can bend the knees to come up. It's okay. And when you exhale, relax and soften the knees. Look down to the earth. Stand here for 15 seconds. Okay, then. That was the first form. And I want to just take just a moment here to take a little sip of water, and then we're going to do a little body tapping, and then we're going to go into relaxation. So have a sip of water here. Enjoy. I find water absolutely delicious. It's my most favorite beverage. I thoroughly enjoy it because it's just so good for you. Some of us, if we drink a lot of water, we like to drink water with electrolytes in it, which is a good thing. But whatever you like, just make sure your body's well hydrated and try not to deplete your minerals. So sometimes you have to do things with your diet to kind of keep those minerals built up in your body. So let's start a little body tapping routine. So you might want to take your glasses off because we're going to tap around our eyes. We're going to start taking our fingers and tap the top of our head, the flat bone. Okay, and then come up behind the head on the crown. This is our seventh chakra, heaven's our gateway chakra. And then just come on down the back of the head, so where the head bone touches the neck muscle. And then just right behind the ears, there's some bony part there. Stay on the bone, above the ears. And then all around the temples, the temples, the temples. Now let's go up and down the ears. So just tap, putting all your fingers up and down the ears, kind of tap. We just want to bring a little color into the ears, that's all. Just bringing circulation there. And then take your index finger and your thumb and just pinch up and down a little bit. And then go all around your temples, the temples, the temples. Now let's go to the forehead, all around the forehead, the forehead. Okay, good. Now just go right in between the eyebrows, right in between the eyebrows here. That's your mind's eye, just above the eyebrows a little bit. And then on top of the eyebrows, the top of the eyebrows. Go to the outside corners of the eyes, outside corners of the eyes. Come on down to the eye sockets, below the eyes, on the bony part there. And then straight down below the nose on the upper level of the gum line. And then just tap right up to the cheeks, so you're staying on the gum line all the way up to the back down to the front again, jump down to the lower level, and all the way back up. This is really good for your face, good for your complexion, brings color into your face. Come on back down. And it's good for your circulation throughout the whole body. Everything we do improves the whole body circulation, all around the chin, all around the chin. And then underneath the jaw, we're going to come up the jaw so we get behind the jawbone. Below the ears, there's some soft tissue in there. This is glandular. Now, let's do scrunchy face and open face. We'll do 3 of these. So make a tight fist, really, really tight. Just scrunch it up as tight as you can. Okay, on the count of 3, we're going to do just the opposite to stretch out the face. You can open the eyes wide, stick out the tongue for a good stretch, and make a sound so you put some oomph into it, some energy. Okay, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, blah. Okay, 2 more times. Give it a good scrunch. Really tighten it up. Oh, it's a good stretch for the face. 1, 2, 3, blah. 1 more time. Give it a good scrunch. Really tighten it up. Squint the eyes, squint the nose. Whoa, yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3, ah. Okay, just relax for a second. Feel the tingling in the face. All right, now let's move on. Right arm out, thumb up. Drop the left ear, left shoulder. Take the left hand and with pressure, give it a good tap right on, sending shock waves down into the lungs from here. On top of the shoulder now, top of the bicep, top of the forearm, coming down the forearm. I'm doing about 3 taps on every section. Wrist, top of the thumb, front of the fist, pinky, lower wrist. Start coming up the forearm to the elbow, elbow, tricep, 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 armpit, armpit, upper part of the chest. Okay, let's go to the other side, do the same thing. Right ear, right shoulder, right hand, thumb out, nice and hard, top of the shoulder, top of the bicep, top of the elbow, start coming down the forearm to the wrist, top of the thumb, nice and hard, front of the fist, pinky, lower wrist, come up the forearm to the elbow, tricep, tricep, armpit, armpit, upper part of the chest. Okay, follow me. When I go ha, you go ha. If I go ha ha, you go ha ha. The whole purpose of this is to shout out the impurities in the body, get rid of any negative energy, get rid of the stress, and let yourself relax enough so at the end, you'll actually feel like laughing with me because you just let it all go. And that's the whole purpose of this. Ready? Let me go first. Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Oh! Ho ho! Ho ho ho! Hee hee! Hee hee! Hee hee! Come on down to the abdomen. Laughter is so good for you. It's truly the best medicine. All right, now lean forward and do your kidneys, 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 tailbone, tailbone. Do the buttocks, buttocks, buttocks. Come on down the back of the legs. Okay, come up the insides. Go to the hips, 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 hips. Come on down the outsides. Come up the front of the legs. When you get to the knees, hang out at the knees, all around the knees. Come up your thighs. Okay, now let's put the hands on the shoulder, sweep down to the toes, and just say it feels so good. Ready? It feels so good. Do this with pressure. Smooth out the energy. Okay. I'm okay just the way I am. Ready? I'm okay just the way I am. Third one. I like myself just the way I am. Ready? I like myself just the way I am. I invite you to join me for another sip of water and sit down and relax. So, I invite you to sit up straight with the shoulders over the hips and the knees over the ankles. And just look down to the earth or close your eyes and just bring your mind into the body and just feel. You should feel after you catch your breath a little tingling sensation throughout the body. Just pay attention to that. So you bring your mind into the body and just then follow the breath. So when you inhale, feel the body expand. When you exhale, feel the body completely and deeply relax, as if you're melting, dissolving into the earth. And then feel the energy of the earth as it rises up through your body. Truly a wonderful energy that's flowing through your body as every cell is getting washed and rinsed, restoring you to your state of perfect health, just as you are absolutely perfect. In every way, you're absolutely perfect in this moment. It's only the mind's thinking that could ever take you away from this very special moment that you give to yourself. A moment in time where there is no time. You don't need any time while you're here. It's in this moment that you have absolutely everything you need. You are perfect in every way. So you can relax. You can let go and just let the shoulders relax and exhale. Just let it all go. Listen to the birds. How about the woodpecker when the woodpecker pecks wood? There's the woodpecker. He's coming again. There he is again. How about the cuckoo bird when the cuckoo bird goes cuckoo? He's going to come 3 times. There's the cuckoo bird. There's the cuckoo bird again. He'll come one more time. Now let's open our eyes. Let's clasp our hands in front of the abdomen. So when we inhale, bring the clasped hands up to the chest. When you exhale, keep the shoulders over the hips as you extend the arms into a stretch. One more breath. Inhale and exhale a little more deeply into that stretch. Now, when we inhale, lift the palms up. When we exhale, look up to stretch. One more breath. Inhale, stretch it out, and then exhale, lower the palms to your lap. Now you can take your right hand to the left knee, or you can cross your hands for safety of the spine. Either way is up to you. We're going to twist the spine to the right, left first. So it's inhale, And exhale, reach around and look behind to the right, left. Then inhale, twist a little more deeply, and exhale, come on back to the center. And let's go to the right now. So it's inhale and exhale, look to the right. One more breath. Inhale, twist a little more deeply, and exhale, come on back to the starting position. Oh, that feels so good. So we're going to do the form again. Now, again, as we do the form, there's some key principles that you'll want to be made aware of. When we inhale, we're initiating the movement and the body is rising. When we exhale, we're concluding the movement and the body is squatting. Now, there's a new dimension that I've been talking about, which is your homework assignment, and that's to push the belly out and tuck it in. You can add this to the form. So when we inhale, you push the belly out. When we exhale, you tuck the belly in. I will try not to remind you about it too much. You just make it work for you. If it's uncomfortable to do that, don't worry about that. As time goes on, you'll be able to start coordinating that. And you're just going to have such a wonderful meditation and mind-body experience, which turns out to be, it's such a great way to strengthen your abdominal area because you're moving the muscles in that area. It massages all your internal organs as we do that. As well, it improves the digestive system and it improves the overall circulation throughout your entire body. Now, having said that, you can do this standing or sitting. What make it work for you? I'm going to teach the rest of the class standing. So I invite you to take another sip of water if you want. You have a moment to do that. So we're going to focus on doing the form since we did full instruction before we went into break. The instruction is going to be on breath only. I'm going to try to go fairly slow. If you need to take 2 breaths to my 1, feel free. The most important thing is to breathe good. Try not to hold your breath. You don't need to do that. Just give yourself a chance to take a good big breath. So this oxygenates the bloodstream, which is super powerful. Oxygen is a very powerful way to burn out the impurities and bring nourishment into the body. We just have to give ourselves time to take that breath, and this is an opportune time to do that. So feet are together. Knees are soft, not locked. Okay. Palms in front of the abdomen. Remember, inhale, we rise. Exhale, we squat. Inhale initiates, exhale concludes. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. 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 Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, 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 inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, 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 inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Just stand for 15 seconds. Okay, then. I hope you were able to learn something from the breath, and just know that when we initiate a movement, we inhale, so that we follow the breath all along the way. So we become one with the breath when we do this. And this is a wonderful mind-body experience, because it centers and grounds you in such a way that, I mean, this is home base, and this is where you come from. So we need something to ground and center us along the way in life. So this is a wonderful way to do that, because this is where you come from. This is who you are. This is where you're absolutely perfect in every way, is in this moment. It's only the thinking mind that takes you away. You are much more than your mind. You're much more than your body. It's your mind and your body are here to serve you, that spirit within you. And that's who what we're talking about, is just to connect with this very special present moment where you're okay just the way you are. So having said that, we're going to do the form again. We're going to do it. My instruction will be in silence. I'll be your model, and that's it. So you make it work for you. Don't overdo it. Just go with the flow. I'm going to go very slow. So again, if you need to take 2 breaths to my 1, that's okay. Don't worry about that. Just know that when we inhale, we're initiating that movement. When we exhale, we're concluding it. When we inhale, we're rising. When we exhale, we're squatting, okay? So we get a lot of up and down motion. Again, if you have sore knees, don't go down too far. Make it work for you. Enjoy this moment in time. This is a very special moment that you give to yourself. There's no other moment that exists outside of this moment. This is the only moment that there ever has been, that there ever will be, because the last moment is not here. The next moment is not here. What's here is right now. And this is where we want to be, is in this moment. And that's what the benefit of doing this form, like we're doing it, brings to the table for us. And that's therapeutically so mind-boggling. It's just wonderfully and wonderful centering. So when we stand, you want to stand up straight and take the lock out of the knees. So take the lock out of the knees, palms in front of the abdomen. 8 forms. Inhale. Okay, then I invite you to join me for a nice drink of water, and let me turn it over to Gail.
Wow.
Gail,
Wow.
you got the ball, Gail.